Alright guys, so today we're going to do 11.8 notes, which is finding the surface area of spheres, and we're also going to do finding the volume of spheres. So remember, a sphere is a three-dimensional circle, okay, where all points are equidistant from the center of the sphere. The radius goes from the center to the outside. A chord would go from the outside to another point on the outside of the sphere. Notice where that is. And your diameter goes all the way across, and a great circle would happen if a plane intersects a sphere and contains the center of the sphere. That's not something that we're going to focus too much on today, though. Okay, so your surface area and volume formulas. Surface area of a sphere is 4 pi times your radius squared. Okay, so it looks like the only variable that you need is a radius. And then your volume is 4/3 pi times your radius cubed. Okay, and again, this is just your radius for r. Okay, so we're going to find the surface area and volume of each sphere. So for the first one, let's start with our surface area. So that looks like 4 times pi times our radius squared. So that's 8 in this one. Remember to pause at any time if you need to. Plug that in your calculator. That gets you 256 pi, or that's about 804.22 inches squared. Okay, then we're going to find our volume, which is 4/3 pi times our radius cubed. So this time it's 8 cubed. When we plug it into our calculator, remember to pause, plug it in. Okay, that looks like 2048 over 3 pi, which is approximately 2144.6 inches cubed. Okay, for the second one, it looks like it gives us the circumference on the outside. It doesn't give us the radius. Remember, circumference is either pi times your diameter, or it is 2 times pi times r. So if this is 12 pi, 12 is our diameter, which makes our radius half of that. Our radius would be 6. And then we're going to do the same thing that we did on the last one. So we have 4 pi times our radius squared, which is 6 this time. Okay, that gets us 144 pi, which is about 452.38 feet squared. And our volume is 4/3 pi times that radius cubed. So our volume is 288 pi, which is approximately 904.75, and that's feet cubed. Okay, the next one says find the diameter of the sphere. So this time they gave us the surface area. And remember that our surface area is 4 pi r squared. So this time I know that that's 20.25 pi. And I need to find the diameter, so the directions say. But my formula only solves for r, so we're going to solve for our radius first. So in order to get the r by itself, I'm going to divide both sides by 4 pi. And I get that r squared is equal to 5.0625. And we take the square root of both sides to get r by itself. And that's 2.25. Okay, now if I have the radius as 2.25, I'm just going to take that and multiply that times 2 to get my diameter, which would be 4.5 centimeters. Okay, the next one says the surface area of the sphere is 324 pi, and I want to find the volume. So I'm starting with my surface area, which remember on the last slide we said was 4 pi r squared. Again, I'm going to take it and I'm going to solve for that variable. Okay, so the pi's are going to cancel. I'm going to have 81 equals r squared. Okay, that's a perfect square. We all know that one. The square root of 81 is 9. So now I have my radius and I can plug that into my volume formula. Remember, your radius is cubed in your volume formula. So that's going to be 972 pi, which is about 3,053.54 centimeters cubed. Okay, and last one, find the volume of the composite solid. Now if you look, this is 1/2 of a sphere and then a cone. Okay, so for my half of a sphere, I'm going to take half of the volume formula. Okay, I know my radius of that is 1. And then I'm going to find the volume of a cone, which remember from yesterday looked like 1/3 times pi times our radius squared times the height. Okay, so my half of my sphere is going to end up simplifying to 2 pi over 3. My cone is going to simplify to 5 pi over 3. And then I'm going to add them together to get 7 pi over 3, which is about 7.33 meters cubed.